There's something just so sultry about a sparkly taupe. When it comes to eyeshadows and sparkly toppers, there's something just so alluring about a taupe. Taupes make beautiful one and done shades. They can be worn on a day-to-day basis. They can be made into a more smoky going out type of look, and they flatter such a wide range of skin tones. I've tried quite a few myself, so let's get into it. First, from Moira Cosmetics, we have the Dreamlight Highlight Balm in the shade It's Glam. I've talked about Moira Cosmetics many times, but they come up quite a bit when it comes to sparkly products. When I saw this highlight in particular, I gotta say I've never seen anything quite like it. I feel like a taupe highlighter is not something that we see very often. I think this one is going to be super flattering, especially if you have a medium to deeper skin tone if you're trying to use it as a face highlight. But this is also a great eyeshadow topper or inner corner highlight. Definitely a lot of options with this one. Next, from KVD Vegan Beauty, I'm going to talk about the Dazzle Sticks. This is the shade Flash Storm. The Dazzle Stick formula has been a favorite of mine for quite a while now. I'm honestly very impressed by the amount of sparkle and shine that you get with this formula, and the fact that it lasts so well on the eyes given that it's a cream product. I overall do feel that the Dazzle Stick formula is a little bit slept on, so if you haven't tried it, this might be your sign. Next, we have from Charlotte Tilbury, one of the Eyes to Mesmerize shadows. This is the shade Mona Lisa. Now it's called Chocolate Bronze. This is actually a repurchase for me, and I have really enjoyed this formula for quite some time. It has a really smooth whipped texture that's really fun to apply, but it's a pretty penny at $35, so I'm not sure if I would recommend it for that price at this point. That being said, it is a lot of fun, and I know that Samantha Ravindal really enjoyed it as well, and she talked about being inspired by it when it came to making her smoked reflect eyeshadows. Next, from Red Chamber, we have a diamond topper in the shade Veiled Dawn. And if you're not familiar with Red Chamber, they're a Chinese beauty brand that carry a really cool assortment of products. They're clean beauty and they use a lot of natural ingredients. And these powders are so finely milled that they can be used all over the face, including as cheek highlights. The packaging on these is also very luxurious. Just a brand that I'm really excited to see more from in the future. Next, from Urban Decay, we have a Moondust shadow, and this is the shade Solstice. This formula is super beloved, and the shade Solstice is very unique. It's described as having a red base with greenish sparkles. And it's something about the combination of these two that really make it such a punchy taupe. Just a really perfect neutral with a twist shade. Next, from e.l.f. Cosmetics, we have an absolute hidden gem. This is one of their metallic liquid shadows in the shade Galaxy. I was a little bit skeptical when I picked this up, but as you can see from the swatch, it has an incredible pigmentation and shine, and it lasted on me super well on the lids, like over 7 hours without visible signs of creasing. Now we have two shadows from Glamatrix Cosmetics. This is an indie brand that's based out of Australia. I feel like something that Glamatrix is known really well for is really special and sparkly neutral shadows. In my hand, we have the shades Lion and Bear, and I'm swatching them in that order as well. In my opinion, these are also a very good value. They retail for $8 individually, or in a bundle, you can get them for a value set. And I believe there's 6 shadows in each bundle. Next, I have to talk about a palette from Vizart called the Cyrenus palette. If you're not familiar with Vizart, they make really beautiful eyeshadow palettes, and their matte shadows have been a long-time favorite of mine, but they've recently really stepped up when it comes to their shimmers. The Cyrenus palette is actually my favorite palette from the brand. And also what's really fun about these Vizart palettes is that all of the pans are magnetic, so you can take them out and rearrange them or put them into your own magnetic palette. Basically, the sky's the limit. Next, from ColourPop, we have the That's Taupe palette. This is a classic. I couldn't make this video and not mention this palette. If you're looking for an affordable eyeshadow palette, I think you're going to get a really great quality with this one. This is actually one that I had previously had in my collection, and I'm really happy to have it back in my collection because I got it for this video. Next, from HalfMagic Beauty, we have their Sparkle Sticks, and this is the shade Faux Bot, which has become a crowd favorite. This formula is one of the most sparkly eyeshadow sticks that I've seen out on the market. They're very unique and fun to use, and because they have this pen applicator, you get quite a bit of precision with them. You can use them for graphic looks. You do have to move pretty quickly when it comes to blending them in. And if you wanted to get this formula on sale, I have seen it included in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty event. And then last but not least, we have one of the shadow sticks from CoverGirl. This is the shade Bronze Glow. This is a formula that I had not previously tried, but you get a beautiful shimmer with it. And in general, I'm glad to see that there's more drugstore options for eyeshadow sticks because the price of eyeshadow sticks is definitely creeping up there. A lot of them are now retailing for in the $20 range. And here's what the first set of shades looks like swatched by arm. Ooh, I love the way that these look all together. Just such a fun variety of options. And here's what the second set of shades looks like swatched out. I think in the process of making this video, I fell in love with taupe all over again. I really hope that you found this video helpful. Please let me know in the comments if you recognize any favorites or have any taupe favorites that you can recommend to us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.